Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video of Marvel Contest of Champions. We are going to attempt the August monthly Paragon Gauntlet, and the first fight is going to be against the Scarlet Witch with unstoppable toggle, so after every 8 seconds she will go unstoppable. And there's also placebo deja vu, so if you use the same basic attack twice in a row, you are going to get a placebo applied on you. You can actually ignore that. Then there is Seaman Shoes. So for Seaman Shoes, every 4 seconds you're going to get a charge on you, and to remove the charge you have to parry the opponent. But remember, when she is unblockable, she is going to go stun immune as well. And there's also going to be toxic blocks, so whenever you are going to block the opponent or you're going to hit the opponent in the block, there will be a poison applied. Now the best way to deal with this fight is to bring in poison immune champions, but to be honest, the poison immune champions will not really help you going far in the gauntlet. So I would suggest you to bring a champion that can purify debuffs, and that is going to work really well for you. So I've just brought in a Kingpin here, and all I'm trying to do is throw my SP1s and keep that ability accuracy down, and then the poisons are going to be shrugged off and I'm going to go into my rage mode. Another thing, what I'm trying to do is if I ever get rooted, I just use my parry and then I use my heavy to create the distance, and in the meanwhile the root is taken out. And yes, I am using boost for this, so I am using only 5 stars, so you can also use similar champions. I'm giving you quite a few options that you can use. I would highly suggest you to go with, if you're going to attempt all Sif champions without using a choice node for the full rewards, I would really suggest you to go for a Sugar champion, and that is the best way to take him out. Just take care of the unstoppable and the stun immunity and you should be good here. Now moving on to the next fight, this is a crazy one. He's gonna apply so many debuffs on you and you'll be like wondering if there are any more different type of debuffs remaining in the game. So you absolutely need a champion that has Shrug Off or Purify. So my choice was Kingpin because I was already using him for the last fight. I really think here that Nick Fury should work really well with removal of all the debuffs with a knockdown on heavy attack. Crossbone should also be a good one, and Taskmaster can go debuff immune after you copy all the actions that are required. Mole Man can also work really well, and with its bleeds and everything, he can really take out Quicksilver very quick. But hey, he will not take bleed damage because there is Crit Me Baby one more time, so he will only take crit damage. So when Mole Man does go into rage, he's going to deal a lot of damage with those criticals. Now there's also Spry, so whenever Quicksilver is going to evade you, he's going to apply a weakness, but if you're bringing a Shrug Off champion, you don't need to worry about that. There's also Bubble Shield, so be careful. Every time he will hit you in a block, he's going to apply a charge on you that you can see with a red shield, and after 10 of those charges, the 11th hit will be unblockable. So take care of that, and do not bring in non-critical champions, because every time you apply a non-critical hit on the opponent, he is going to apply a debuff on you, so there will be too many debuffs to deal with. So I would highly suggest you Shrug Off champion is the best way to go, and you can use that for the first fight as well. Now the next upcoming fight is going to be against a Magneto Red. There is .com, so he will take only 100% damage when there is a 125% damage when there is a dot applied on him. If there is no dots, you are going to deal 90% less damage, and also you notice that you're only going to gain power when there is a debuff applied on the opponent. Remember, there is encroaching root, so you have to save up your specials and try to time them when the encroaching root timer is over so you don't get rooted. But all in all, Magneto is very easy to deal with when he roots you also, so don't worry about that. And also remember that you will gain the power very slowly, and there is a rubber band node here also, so every 15 hits Magneto will go unblockable, so you have to just really look at your combo and play around that combo meter and play around that. There's also purified state, so every time he will use a special, he will purify 5 debuffs on him, so passive debuffs will work. Make sure you bring in non-metal champion. If you bring in a metal champion, somebody like Archangel, make sure you bring a champion that's ability accuracy cannot be reduced, so Archangel works really well. Some of the champions that can work, I'm giving you quite a few options. They are all non-metallic and they should get through this fight. but make sure to bring a champion that's going to help you. I brought in a Shuri because I'm going to take Cassandra Nova with Shuri as well. Now, next up is going to be a Lady Deathstrike, super annoying fight. She's going to apply bleeds on you when you're going to parry with the sharpened claws, and also whenever she's going to use a special attack, she's going to apply severe debuffs on you with trauma. And there's also Crush evolution, so if you dash back twice, there will be a Crush debuff applied on you, and she will be able to break your blocks. Apart from that, her recovery is enhanced, so she gains back 150% damage if you once her nano machines are going to be activated. So this fight can be super annoying, but I would suggest you just bring in a champion that has a lot of physical damage or has damage over time. I've done this fight with Kingpin, he works. I've done this fight with Hercules, he also works. And I've also done with this fight with Angela, they also work. I've given you quite a few options. All of them can work. So Hercules can do more than one fight here. Kingpin can do at least 3 fights in this whole gauntlet, and so does your Crossbones and your Medusa. So try to bring champions that you can use in the other fights as well. But all in all, just be careful, and when her unstoppable is active, make sure you do not use a special, otherwise she will go unstoppable. You can just use your basic hits to take her out. She's not really difficult in that regard, that her specials are easy to evade and she gives you all the openings that you need, so nothing to worry there. You can take her out. And just here she's going to throw a special one again. I'm not throwing my special because I don't want her to go unstoppable, so I'm just using my basic attacks to take her down, and with an occasional intercept I am able to take down Lady Deathstrike quite comfortably in the end. Now, Cassandra Nova is super annoying. Now, on her own, she's not a difficult defender, to be honest, but all of these nodes make her super annoying. The way she works, that she is going to start the fight here with stun immunity, so make sure that you block her first, and as soon as she throws a heavy attack, make sure that you dex the second hit and you stay away. Let her complete the animation and then you can go back in. If you're near her, she is going to stun you and then deal quite a bit of damage. So that's the stun immunity part. Next one is going to be ebb and flow intercept. So you will have to intercept her to remove her protection and deal 100% damage. And there's also daunting blockade. So whenever she's going to use a special attack and you block it, she's going to apply daunted on you. And remember, when there are 10 Daunteds on you, the next special attack from Cassandra Nova is going to be unblockable. Now, Cassandra Nova has she is weak to shocks, so bring in a champion that have easy access to shock. So I've given you quite a few options. I think, in my opinion, the best options will be Shuri and Scorpion. The others have readily, easily available shocks as well, so they should also work, but I haven't tried them, to be honest. But I think they should be okay for this fight. So what you want to do is always keep her to an SP1 and block the special attack. The first hit, always block. The tricky part is the first hit. So block the first hit and then you can evade the others. And after that, she channels. After the SP1, so 1, 2, and 3 hits, she's going to channel. I'm going to go in. And notice every time I'm going to apply a shock, the daunted on me is going to reduce. So shock champions are very important. And once you have that loop going, you can just corner her and then use your light attack intercepts to intercept her. Well, there she just walked into my face, but usually that really works. And whenever you will intercept, that is the window you are going to get to remove that protection. And when the protection is removed, you get a Fury with an extra damage and you are able to take down Cassandra Nova. It is a difficult fight, to be honest. I'm using a 5-star, but if you use a 7-star, the 5 would be super easy. And the final boss is going to be a Solvarch. Now he is one annoying defender. Nodes are aggression, armor, reverb, defense, unblockable, burning blocks, but a minor setback, and heal block passive. So the first thing, you'd never hit him in the block, because that is going to apply incinerate on him and he regenerates back any energy damage dealt to him or any damage dealt while he is taking energy damage. So don't do that. Bring in champions that have easy access to physicals, and important is they can be incinerate immune. Now I am not using an incinerate immune. You notice whenever he hits me in my block, I get incinerate on me. So some really good champions are going to be your Annihilus, but do not use his SP2, and you can also use Maestro, do not use his SP1. You can also use Adam Warlock, but do not use his specials, only use basic attacks. Other than that, use all physical damage. Cosmic champions are important because Salwa cannot deal energy damage. So I hope this helps, guys, and you take him out and let me know in the comment section what did you use.